Hi, it's Robin Sharma, the author of The Leader Who Had No Title, founder of the Titan Academy, and welcome to this mastery session. I think you're going to find this one hopefully very fascinating. And the title of this mastery session is How to Love Life's Great Seasons. So I live in a nation that has 4 seasons. We have the autumn, we have the winter, we have the spring, a pretty short spring, and then we have a hot summer. And I am someone who just loves the seasons. You know, you have some people love the winter, some people love hot weather and they love the summer. Some people live in countries, maybe you live in one of them where most of the year it's warm. Maybe you live in a nation, maybe it's like, maybe you live in Siberia. We have people from all across the planet, in the millions now watching these mastery sessions. So maybe you're from Siberia where often it gets ridiculously cold. But I live in a place where there are 4 seasons, and I really love each season. And I have learned over the course of my life to savor each season. And I wanted to share with you in this mastery session what I get from each season, and then I actually want to link it through the various seasons of life. So let's start off with winter. Where I live, the winters are pretty cold, but I love the coldness. You know, there's a lot of science showing that we are most productive and energetic when it's cold. And I don't think I would have written as many books as I've written and shot as many videos as I've written and done as much as I've done in my career as a leadership teacher and personal mastery advisor if I didn't live in a cold country. And so I am ridiculously productive in the wintertime. But I also love, few things are as beautiful to me on a winter's night as the snow falling. And I love nature walks. And in the winter, a lot of us hibernate in the nation I live in, but I go out and I walk in the woods during the winter time. I don't know about you, but if you've been in a place where it's winter time, the clarity of the sky, you know, that blue sky on a winter's day, and the radiance and crispness of the sun, and the way it feels in a human being's lungs to inhale that cold air. There's something so sacred about winter. And like I say, I get a lot of productivity done because, you know, it is cold, and so you're sort of forced sometimes to stay inside. And I could go on and on about winter. I love to ski, and one of my ambitions a few years ago was to become a ski instructor. And so I actually worked really, really hard, and I passed my certification. So now I'm a level 1 professional ski instructor. And I've learned so many lessons from skiing, that we grow stronger on the difficult runs. That applies to you as a business person and in life. We go stronger by accepting the difficult projects. Through skiing, I've learned that, you know, small daily improvements in the way you ski is the route to mastery. So winter in my nation is a fascinating season, and I love it. But it's also like life, and we can learn a lot from it. And also, you know, life is a series of seasons. You will have your winter times where it looks like nothing is working and things are dying, let's say. Okay, but just remember that after your winter of hardship comes the spring of opportunity. Which brings me to spring. You know, I love spring. Why? Because it's been a cold winter and I've been inside, you know, some of the time. And spring is hope, right? Spring brings flowers. Spring brings longer days. Spring brings, for me, you know, times outside with my loved ones. Tremendous amount of beauty. I'm an aesthete. The French use this word called aesthete, and it's a lover of beauty. So springtime, there are flowers and there are gardens, and the world comes out to play in my country, and you know, my family and I can start eating outside, and I love eating outside, like 3-hour meals with loved ones, great food. Absolutely awesome for me. So savor springtime, but savor the springtime of your life. Which brings me to summer. You know, I love summertime. I have never loved warm weather so much. I get out on my mountain bike. I love to swim. And in the summer times, and I've done this for the past, I'd say 15 years, I work less and I play more. And I used to feel guilty about it because I'm one of these people really wired for high performance, high productivity. You know, I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a highly creative person, I need to give, I need to make, and I was raised in a way which if I'm not doing something and if I'm not advancing in my life and if I'm not creating more success and serving more people, then I'm wasting time. What I've realized now, life is a series of seasons. Productivity is a series of seasons. Creativity is a series of seasons. And elite performance without a cycle or season of regeneration leads to depletion. I'm going to repeat that again, really, because I believe it's so important. It's taken me a lot of time to learn that. But elite performance without regeneration and refueling leads to depletion. And so if all you do is all winter and all spring, you work and you produce and you create and you give, well, then you're going to get to summer and you're going to be depleted and suffer from fatigue and be exhausted. And you're not going to do your best work, because you do your best work when you're on your game and you're fired up and you're feeling happy and your mind is crisp and your focus is clear. And so what I've learned to do is generally July and August, and I've done this for about 15 years, is I just take that time off. And that's when I will travel, and that's when I will mountain bike, and that's when I will swim, and that's when I will spend like 15 minutes in the sunshine or sometimes longer. And I'm just hanging out with my loved ones, and I reconnect with art. And I spend a lot of time reading. I mean, few things are as beautiful for me in the summertime as spending 3 hours in nature reading, or even just walking in nature. Which brings me to the autumn, okay? So after summer comes autumn. Well, what do I love about autumn? It's the way the light falls through the trees. You know, it's getting crisper. You start to put on a sweater. I take more nature walks. My creativity and productivity starts to really come back. You know, as I've gotten to know myself over the years, I realize my life runs through these natural cycles. And after the refueling break of the summertime, my fire in the belly comes back, and I have this natural instinct to produce, and my creativity is at an all new level because of the summertime. Maybe it was the trips, maybe it was the arts, maybe it was the books I read, maybe it was the conversation I had through the summertime. But I get all these new ideas, and I feel the energy of new ideas. So I come up with new videos, new models, I start writing new books, my leadership presentations for companies, they have a new flavor, new recalibrations, new strategies, new ideas. And I love the autumn because of the colors of the leaves and the way that it feels. And then you get back to wintertime. So I have just, from my heart, shared with you how much I love the seasons. And I've tried to interject in that sharing about the seasons that life is really a series of seasons. And as a human being, not just as a leader, not just as a titan or someone on the rise to mastery, but as a human being, your life will go through these series of seasons. And the ego and our human nature wants to resist the natural seasons. But you know what? They're taking you to a better place. And that's just the way the world works. You know, after winter comes spring, after spring comes summer, after summer comes autumn. And in your life, you're going to have your times in the sunshine of summer, and you're going to have your times in the winter. I guess what I'm really trying to suggest to you with deep love and respect, there's nothing wrong. It's just life operating, and it's all for your greatest good, and it's all taking you to your best place. Send you lots of love, lots of encouragement. Thanks for being with me in this mastery session. I'm going to talk to you really, really soon. Hi, this is Robin Sharma. I hope you received great value from this mastery session. If you'd like to receive potent training videos, blog posts, learning tools, and information on my 2 live events, Personal Mastery Academy and my flagship 4-day experience, the Titan Summit, go ahead and visit robinsharma.com.